Welcome to the Los Angeles City Section Boys Volleyball Podcast. Connor Morissette here with the coach of Chatsworth, Sina Agassi. We're going to be at different schools every week. Chatsworth was nice enough to be the opening school for me. So, Coach, thank you very much. I appreciate your time. You're ranked number 2 in the LA City Section poll right now. Do you think that's fair? And just thoughts on the early season?
We're excited to just get after it this year. After losing in the semifinals to Palisades last year, 7 out of our 8 guys are returning with a good JV group coming back and just ready to get after it. And, it's nice to think that other teams think that we're that high, but it doesn't matter where we start. We've got to finish strong.
You mentioned how you're going to bring some guys back this season. What are some other strengths of this team?
Just a year of maturity, guys stepping up, experience, the experience under our belt, and just guys feeling comfortable out in the court, and leaders emerging. I think that's really important for us this year and moving forward.
We saw Monday night, Palisades had a win over Taft. They're the number 1 team in the city right now, loads of talent there. How can you beat them? I know it's so early in the year, you have a long way to go. They're number 1, how can you knock them off?
They're great team, on all facets. They got great setters, great outsides, great coach in Carlos Gray, and they're a really tough team, and it's going to require a lot of talent on the other side of the net, a lot of preparation, and I think they're not unbeatable, but they're pretty damn hard to beat. So
Palisades, you guys, a couple top teams. Who are some dark horses in the city section who you could see making some noise this year?
Well, we got a lot of quality teams in the West Valley League between us, El Camino, Granada Hills, and even Taft. I know they beat them just the other day, but, you can't count that team out until the end of the year. And El Camino's returning a lot of guys, and Alyssa Lee does a great job, and Granada Hills is going to have a great team this year as well.
There's the Venice University tournament coming up tomorrow and Saturday. Pool play for you guys, and then if you move on, you'll be at Venice Saturday. Expectations for that, and is that a good experience for these guys to get some early reps in the season?
Yeah, for sure. We actually were in this tournament about 2 years ago. We won it 2 years in a row. Decided to go to Redondo last year, so we're really excited to get into the tournament setting and start playing some teams in the city. And hopefully, the goal is to bring it back home and hopefully play well the whole weekend.
What are some goals you guys have for the season?
Hopefully just prepare for May volleyball. Winning tournaments obviously helps, building a winning mindset throughout the year, and, hopefully winning the West Valley League. It's a very hard feat to go 10-0 and even 9-1 in our league, and it's definitely a hope that we have this year.
Some of the players have mentioned how they have a great relationship with you, and when I've witnessed practice today, you're not afraid to get into the huddle and mix it up with the guys. How would you describe your coaching style, and how has that paid dividends for you so far?
Just caring. The guys know I'm going to get into them if I don't like what I see on the court, and, hopefully they give me that mutual respect that, if they see me not doing my job, they call me out on it. And, if we can hold ourselves accountable, from player coach to player, it builds a greater sense of responsibility from everyone across the board.
Coach, last question for you. We talked off the air, and you mentioned how when you played at Taft, the tournaments when you really get close to your teammates, and you guys are going to head to Las Vegas, something that you do every year. How excited are you for that, and how excited are the players?
It's really nice to get out of your area, see some new teams, and just bond with your team. For me, I don't really remember a lot of the matches, but I do remember, when we went off to Vegas, went off to San Diego, and played some great matches, and just building that team bond and getting closer. Are memories you'll remember forever.
Coach Agassi, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Here with Kari Osborne of Chatsworth. So, Kari, we just heard from Coach Agassi. He's expecting big things from you guys this season. He seems like he's really close with all you guys. What's it like at practice, and what's your relationship like with Coach Agassi?
I actually have a really good relationship with Coach Agassi. We call him Sina. We go to lunch all the time afterwards. You have a really good relationship, but during practice, he's a totally different person. He's hard when he needs to be. Make sure that we stay disciplined when we're playing and stuff like that.
So tomorrow, taking on some teams in a tournament at University, and then it's called the University Venice tournament, so Saturday might be at Venice.
Yeah.
I know you're 1-0 so far this year. Expectations for this early season tournament tomorrow?
I expect for us to go all the way and come out with the win this tournament.
Expectations for the season overall?
I expect for us to go pretty far in playoffs. We have a lot of returners from last year, so we're looking pretty strong to start off the season. So hopefully we can bring another championship home.
What are some strengths of this team?
We have a really good libero in Mark Lee. He's a junior this year. He got All-City last year. We have a up-and-coming setter, strong pin hitters, outsides, so should be good.
What are some goals that you have for the season? I mean, you mentioned how you want to perform well tomorrow at the tournament, but some team goals that you guys have discussed so far?
Winning most of the tournaments that we're in this year. Also trying to make it to the city championship and bring one of those home this year, and just having fun mostly.
Kari, why do you play volleyball? What is it about this sport?
Well, initially I was a basketball player, and then I started playing volleyball, and it's really just the whole family type of feel. And in basketball you don't really need everybody else to score, but here you have to make sure that your teammates and you are all on the same accord so you can bring out points.
And we've heard from Coach, Palisades is obviously the team to watch in the city section, but just if you have any scouting reports or any expectations for other teams that you're going to face, who are some other teams you're looking out for? Palisades is clearly a team at the top, but in terms of other teams in the West Valley League, who's on your radar?
Granada and Elko, I think, are the two teams that we think we need to beat 2 times this year to get good seeding for playoffs, so I think we're definitely going to be looking out for them.
All right, Kari, thank you so much. This has been the first edition of the SCPI Boys Volleyball Podcast. We'll be at different schools every week, so Kari, you were the first interviewee this time, but we'll get plenty of guys, and thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.